Next up, we got Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin's been pretty flat, but has been cooperating as far as my markup here, so that's nice. You can see price did come down, broke above this area, retested a little bit with this candle here, and has come up, but has recently been pretty flat and trending downwards. So, and on the 4 hour here is actually below the moving average, so is technically bearish on this 4 hour, but on the daily it is still bullish. But we can see this zone, it's really respecting this area up here, doesn't want to break above 30k, so could actually shrink this zone down a little bit here, kind of just see kind of something like this. So really it's just ranging between 29,000 and 30,000 for the most part. It doesn't really know what it wants to do yet. There'll be a lot of influence from the US dollar that will, determine this as well. I do like that there was from this candle here, there's quite a bit of bullish momentum. You can see this big candle here into the zone, but yeah, obviously it's still holding this area, and I mean, you could even go like this, shrink this down. This is kind of the zone you're battling here. So like price was above this area, finally broke now. It's kind of just holding within it. So this is the area to break. I mean, you're welcome to take a buy entry right at 29,000 and just hope that this zone holds. I don't think that's a bad idea, and I do think that Bitcoin is overall bullish, and it is still way above this moving average, and you got some significant zones here of protection. I mean, this zone, this 29,000 zone is very significant. You can see how well it's held this price, but without the bulls really re-entering yet, I mean, it's not, to me, it's not worth taking the position. You would just ideally wait a little bit longer. And you're seeing these zones set up, so like price did make a new high relative to this one, so like the structure is setting up a little bit, but price is below the 4 hour moving average here, so I don't like that as far as a buying opportunity. You can see a bit of a 4 hour zone setting up here. Price was respecting and is now kind of breaking, so yeah, with Bitcoin here, I don't think it's a good buy yet, but I think overall it's a good buy. You're welcome to buy it. I don't think it's going to go much below 29,000, but I mean, you might be sitting on it for a few days. We're going into the weekend, so like that's very low liquidity for the weekend. So the idea of you buying this now and it being up higher over the weekend, probably unlikely. So I would just wait to buy this. We want to see some real bull momentum into the market, some higher highs, some higher lows. We want to see it find some support here, in theory, which I don't think is going to happen, but let's just see. You got this 1 hour here, price is above this moving average. You got this big bearish engulfing candle into the zone, but let's just say it rejects, and then you get some higher highs, some higher lows. Actually, like, you'd probably need something like this, to be honest. Something like this. I mean, that'd be a good sign. Doubtful it's going to happen, but and you want price to stay above this 1 hour moving average for sure. And if it doesn't, well then, I mean, we're definitely in no hurry to buy this. Let it keep coming down a bit, let it really sink in. You might just get a better entry at 29,000. That is no problem. We're in no rush to buy this. This is obviously your major buy zone. I don't think price is going to get back down to this. I think our new buy area is this one here. I can actually extend this a little bit. Drop this. So yeah, this is our new buy area. If anything, you just wait for price to re-enter this area and then look for a buy there, but it's always best to wait for some bullish structure to set up if you're looking for a buy position. So like I said, higher highs, higher lows. You want price to be above the 4 hour. You want price to be above the 1 hour, and then then you're looking, and then even the smaller time frames like the 30-minute, you really want to see price cross over all these time frames so they're all aligned nicely, and then that there's enough liquidity and momentum in the market that if you take a position, it'll actually carry you through and get you there. Like, the range for Bitcoin still is $7,000 a month, so I mean, if the liquidity comes into the market, I mean, it could push through these zones and then you're good to go. Like, it's got to, once it gets past this area, which is huge, don't get me wrong, And I don't know if it'll do it this month. I mean, summer is usually slower trading months for sure, but that is the averages, so that's what we got to account for, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So I want price to start, creating higher highs, higher lows. I want it to break this area here, and then I'd be looking for a buy entry for sure on Bitcoin. So